Listen and practice.
Clean water. If people drink or touch dirty water, they can get very sick. People need clean water to stay healthy. People in richer countries are lucky because they have all the clean water that they need. In the water industry, people use chemicals to clean the dirty water that people have used. In many poor countries, people have no clean water. Every day, they have to use dirty water for cooking, drinking, and washing. More than 1 billion people don't have clean water to drink. In some countries, charities give people life straws. Life straws make dirty water clean and safe to drink.
Listen and practice.
Saving water. Today there are about 6 billion people on our planet. Every day there are more. Many people don't have enough water, or they have to travel a long way to collect water. We need to do things now to make sure that people in the future will have enough water. We can all help to save water. Don't use too much water when you wash your hands and face, brush your teeth, and wash the dishes. Turn off the water when you have enough. Put water in the refrigerator so that you don't have to turn on the water and use lots of it every time you want a cold drink. Take a shower, not a bath. If you have to take a bath, don't fill the bathtub.
Listen and practice.
I hate using taxis here. The drivers drive too fast and really dangerously, and they're often rude. The cars are mostly in pretty poor condition. But what I hate the most is that they aren't air-conditioned. It's so hot here. They really need air-conditioned taxis. By the time I arrive somewhere, I feel really hot and uncomfortable.
Listen and practice.
I find that taxis here are okay. They're pretty comfortable. Most of the cars they use are new, and they keep them pretty clean. They're a little expensive, though. I paid $75 to come from the airport. That's too expensive. I guess the thing I hate the most, though, is that the drivers don't speak English very well. It's very difficult to explain to them where you want to go.
Listen and practice.
The taxis here are okay, I guess. The drivers take credit cards. That's the thing I like most about them. It's really convenient. But the taxis are pretty old, so they're not very comfortable. Half of them don't have seat belts or air conditioning.
Listen and practice.
Oprah Winfrey is a famous American TV talk show host. 49 million people in 134 countries watch her show every week. She lives in California, but she also has an apartment in Chicago where she works. Oprah is one of the richest women in America. She earns millions of dollars every year. She gives a lot of money to charity. She was born on January 29, 1954, in Kosciuszko, Mississippi. Her parents were very poor. Her father, Vernon Winfrey, worked in a coal mine, and her mother, Vernita, cleaned houses. They couldn't look after Oprah, so she lived with her grandmother, Hattie Mae. Oprah was clever, She could read before she was 3, and when she was 17, she received a scholarship to Tennessee State University, where she studied drama. She also started reading the news at the local radio station. In 1984, Oprah moved to Chicago to work on a TV talk show called AM Chicago. She talked to lots of interesting people about their problems. Oprah says, "People's problems are my problems." The show was very successful, so in 1985, it was renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show. In 1993, she interviewed Michael Jackson, and 100 million people watched the program. Last year, she earned $260 million. In 1998, Oprah started the charity Oprah's Angel Network. This helps poor children all over the world. In 2007, she opened a special school in South Africa, the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls. She says, "When I was a kid, we were poor, and we didn't have much money. So what did I do? I studied hard." There are 152 girls at the school. Oprah calls them her daughters, the children she didn't have in real life.
Listen and practice.
Help for refugees. Some emergencies are because of a natural disaster like a tsunami or an earthquake. Others are because of something that people do, like fighting in a war. In emergencies, people need help very quickly. People become refugees when they have to leave their home in an emergency or when their home is lost. There are millions of refugees in the world. Most refugees have had frightening experiences. They have often lost everything: their home, their job, and their school. Maybe they have lost people in their family, too. They often live in refugee camps, special places where refugees can live and be safe.
Listen and practice.
Refugees try to help themselves, but this can be very difficult. They usually need help from others, too. Refugees need food, water, and somewhere to live. They also need to see a doctor if they have been hurt or if they are sick. Sometimes a country's government cares for refugees. International organizations like the United Nations usually help too. Charities are also important. Some charities help to build refugee camps and to give refugees food and clothes. Other charities help people who are hurt or sick. Charities also help refugees to go back to their home when it's safe.
Listen and practice.
I'm a flight attendant. Many people think it's a boring job, but I love it. I get to travel all over the world, and I meet lots of interesting people. I like that. The job is pretty easy, really. We don't work non-stop for the whole flight. We have plenty of time to sit down and take a break. On long flights, we can even take a nap. Also, the money is very good because all our expenses are paid when we're working.